Hey there friends, how's it going? I'm MisterBo, and today I'm going to be guiding you through all 5 time attacks in the brand new Batman expansion for Hot Wheels Unleashed. I know a lot of people struggled with the original time attacks in the main game, and I've already started to see some people having trouble with the ones in the Batman expansion, so I'm going to be showing you the best way to complete them to get that Unleashed time, as well as showing you a few shortcuts along the way, which will just help with these racetracks in the long run. So let's start off with the Hangar Tour. I'm in the Superman car here, but for the rest of them, I'll be doing them in the Joker GT, just because I thought, hey, I might as well do these in a car with the expansion, because then I know you guys have that car and it is doable in the Joker GT. All of these are pretty much doable as long as it's in a fast car that is a legendary and at least has 2 boosts. So with the Hangar Tour, you want to race on this track normally until you get to the second jump with the Batmobile. There is a shortcut prior to this on the first jump over the Batmobile, but it isn't really worth it. When we get to that second jump, we want to hit the turbo pads and make sure we have at least 2 boost charges ready. You want to aim yourself over to the left, and you want to boost all the way over to this section of the track, landing to the left of the checkpoint. If you hit the track here and you maybe bounce off, simply respawn and it should put you right in front of the checkpoint, and that is going to save you at least 10 seconds of time, and then it's simply just racing through the rest of the track, and you should be able to hit this Unleashed time with no problem at all. Yes, that jump at the beginning may take a couple of attempts to get right, but once you've got that right, you're pretty much golden for the rest of this race. We can then move on to the Joker's Playground, and this has a similar shortcut. So it's the second jump in this race that we're going to save a ton of time. Now instead of taking this jump normally, you want to kind of go over to your left a bit and zoom all the way down to the end and land on Batman's desk. You can see here I just smashed into the wall, and because I've saved so much time I can kind of fumble around here a bit, and then just make your way along the track normally. Now there is a second shortcut you can take when you come up to the Joker obstacle. If you go to the left side of it where you have the loop, you can actually jump through the loop and kind of hit the checkpoint on the other side. You can see I do that once here, but it doesn't really register the checkpoint and I go back. But even with messing that up, I still managed to get the Unleashed time on this track. So you can try for the loop skip, or you can just go around the loop normally. You're going to get that Unleashed time pretty quickly on this one, just with that first shortcut. Now the next one is Where's the Suit, and again it features a similar shortcut of hitting a ramp and flying over to another section of the track. This is right at the beginning of the race. You will need to make sure you have 2 boost charges here at least. If you've got something like the Power Rocket, this is going to be pretty easy, but if you don't, then it might take a couple of attempts. But you want to boost up to your left, and you want to land on this section of the track where you have the fans. If you manage to land perfectly on that section of the track, then you're still going to need to race to the end, because even with that shortcut, I was only 3 seconds ahead of the Unleashed time with 2 minutes, when the Unleashed time is 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Now the next track, I Am the Night, probably has the hardest shortcut to hit, and it's like the previous ones where you're going to be flying over a section of the track using your boosts. So you want to race along this track normally until you get to the underground section, and here you want to head off of this ramp and you want to head to your left. You're going to have to boost here, and you want to try and land on the section of the track where it splits. Now the problem with this is even if you hit the track and maybe fall off, it will reset you to the beginning of the jump. So you're going to need to make sure you land pretty much perfectly and stay on the track. You can see here I don't land perfectly, but I managed to stay on the track, and doing so means I'm able to hit the Unleashed time. This one definitely took me the longest amount of attempts to get right, probably around 5 or 6 attempts until I managed to land perfectly. But managing to do that saves you around 10 seconds, so you're well under the Unleashed time. Now the final race here might actually be the trickiest for a lot of you, because there aren't, from what I can see, any shortcuts you can really take. There's a lot of checkpoints, meaning you can't really do any flying skips like with the previous races. However, with that being said, with a car like the legendary Joker GT, you can race around this track without taking any shortcuts and get well within that Unleashed time. You just need to be taking corners really well, and you need to be boosting where possible. Now it's still going to be pretty tight. I managed to get within 5 seconds of that Unleashed time, and I had a pretty perfect run. I did hit a few walls here and there, but again, this car is pretty quick. If you're someone who's playing the expansion, you've got this car, I highly recommend upgrading it to legendary. They're all doable in this car, but if you've got something like the Superman car, that's probably going to be a better pick for you. So there you have it. That is how you get the Unleashed time on all of the brand new Batman tracks. Now there might be some other shortcuts on these tracks that save you even more time, or there might be a shortcut on that last track which saves you a lot of time. I wasn't able to find it personally. If you know of shortcuts, leave them in the comments below. so that other people can use them. But hopefully with the shortcuts that I showed you, you're going to be able to get within those unleashed times. It's just unfortunate that there isn't really anything locked behind these, no special Batman car or anything. Hopefully with future expansions we see some kind of car unlockable via the Hot Wheels City Rumble edition. But there you have it, let me know what you think. With this guide, were you able to hit those time attacks and get the unleashed goal? Let me know. If you did enjoy this video or if you found it helpful, then click that like button. If you're not already, consider subscribing for more gaming content and coverage. Apart from that though, cheers for watching and for hanging out. Hopefully I'll catch you around, but until then, as always, make sure you take care. Bye bye.